What it do, what it do, what it do. Good morning, all. Good morning. Let's see. Let's get the stream shared over to my timeline real quick. And y'all know what's about to happen, man. It's about to go down this morning, man. Anybody else fired up this morning for no good reason? I just wake up fired up, man. In life, man, you got to be enthusiastic, man. You got to be fired up. We just studied the 31 major causes of failure, and one of which was lack of enthusiasm, man. So good morning, good morning, good morning. You guys know how we do, man. Type in the chat where you're from. If you're building a brand of any kind, then let me know the name of your business or brand so that other people can support you, man. It's how we get down, man. It's all about collaboration over competition, right? All right, let me blow my monitor up for my YouTube family. Good morning. If you have not already, go ahead and hit the share button. We'll be talking about developing a pleasant personality, man. It is it's a skill, it's an art, but once you get it refined, it's just one of those things that, man, it will literally open doors for you. It will open doors for you. The same way that a negative personality will keep those same doors shut to you. So hit the share button for me, and we'll be getting started here in a second. Let me bring up the chat on YouTube. Comment in the chat where you're from, and if you're building a brand, the name of that brand as well. And we're gonna make this thing happen. Marcellus, appreciate the like. Yes. We gotta like, share. This is how we compete with the ratchetness that's out there, y'all. If we don't share the good positive stuff, then the ratchetness, stays on the top of your timeline. It's a good quote I like. It says, "For evil to prevail, all it takes is for good people to do nothing." Right? So when we have some good positive content like this, then we have to share it. We have to get it out there. And we have to make Facebook and these other platforms know that this is the stuff that we prefer so that we can get more of it. All right, cool. Let me get on to officially starting the show. There we go. All right, same thing with you guys on YouTube. Go ahead and, excuse me, comment in the chat where you're from and the name of your business or your brand as well. Go ahead and hit the share button. Make sure you rate the show. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, like. Same thing with you guys on Facebook, man. You know, the likes, hearts, and that kind of stuff. It lets Facebook know that you guys like what we're putting down. And that's how we stay relevant and on the top of the news feeds and things of that nature. So here we go, man. Let's go ahead and start the show officially. Audio on for that.
It up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money. That's all he talks about.
There's nothing wrong with being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, but not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth.
Money is the root to all.
No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil.
All like money. Okay.
Yes, I do think about other things in money. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for my money's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H Cortez. Good morning, Black world, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It's truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to come to you live and direct from the Black Wealth Movement Studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Guys, if you are looking for a way to make some extra money from home, if you're looking for a way to minimize your debt, if you're looking for a way to minimize your taxes, if you're looking for a way to fix your credit, if you're looking for a platform where you can join with a community of people and learn how to invest and start building multi-generational wealth, look no further than the Black Wealth Movement, man. It's cost effective, $35 to start, less than $50 a month. You can run your own business from home in the financial education space. We will teach you how to get a $200 to $600 pay raise on your job right out of the gate. We will teach you how to take that extra money and eliminate your debt. Then once that debt is start to dwindle down, we want you to build an emergency fund. And then along the way, you could be fixing your credit. And then once your debt is gone, man, you got the money you need to start investing. And we teach you how to get double-digit returns on your investment so you can build multi-generational wealth, man. That's the name of the game. So if that sounds something that's appealing to you, then I want you to go to or text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887. Again, text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887. I'll get you some additional information for you to review. Or if you just want to go to blackwealthmovement2017.com to check out our overview video and what this thing is all about, by all means, please do so. But I'm looking for probably 25 to 30 brothers in particular. No disrespect to my sisters, but of our network of nearly 500, about 70% of them are women, man. So I'm trying to figure out where the brothers at and why aren't we more apt to looking to build generational wealth for our families, man. So I'm looking for a few good men, but my name ain't Sam, right? So text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887. And let's get you on the road to building multi-generational wealth and creating the legacy that you want to leave for your children, man. It starts with thinking differently so that you see money differently, so you behave differently with your money. Do me a huge favor if you're checking this out on YouTube. Go ahead and hit the share button. Share it on a couple of social media platforms for me. Also, make sure that you rate the show thumbs up, thumbs down. And you guys know I like the show to be interactive, so don't be afraid to comment, with the first comment being where you're from and the name of your business or brand that you're building. And same thing with you guys on Facebook. The thumbs up and the hearts and all that kind of stuff, they do make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, but really more importantly, guys, that's how Facebook knows that we have a good show and they will show it to more and more people. How many of you guys agree that more people should be waking up with something positive like this every morning? If you agree with that, then go ahead and hit the share button and let's flood people's timeline with Talking Money in the Morning Live so that they can wake up with something positive. Hit the excuse me. Hit the like button on the page. Make sure you say yes. You want to turn on notifications, and then you will be notified every time I go live, because I do midday motivations and other live streams and things of that nature that you might want to partake of. And coming next month is Hustle and Love. It's a brand new show with me and my better half. So you guys get to be introduced to my motivation and one of my biggest whys. So it's going to be a fun show where we're going to be talking about how to merge your hustle and your relationship and how to do that seamlessly and how to do that effectively. Ladies, you want to know if you're married to a no-getter or a go-getter, this is the show that you want to tune in for. So that's coming next month, but stay tuned and keep it locked right here. Today's show is also brought to you by financialhealthinsurance.com. Guys, GoFundMe is not life insurance. If you do not have life insurance, I want you to go over to www.financialhealthinsurance.com and get yourself a free quote. It doesn't cost anything for someone to review what you got going on and see if they can get you covered. I know a lot of people don't have insurance because they think they can't get covered. Well, let one of our licensed professionals take a look and see if they can dig into their bag of tricks and get you covered. Some people just not doing the responsible thing. They think they can't afford it. They rather spend money on other things. Nah, man. Get yourself covered. Give your family the peace of mind they deserve. And then some of you guys have insurance and you might be overinsured or you might be underinsured. We also do reviews of your current policy as well to see if you're paying too much, you got way more insurance than you need, or you don't have enough to kind of cover what it is that you have going on in your future. So www.financialhealthinsurance.com. Get yourself a quote today. And usually one of us will give you a call in the next 24 to 48 hours. So we're serious about protecting our families. There's 6 elements to building wealth: entrepreneurship, tax minimization, debt elimination, credit education, asset accumulation, and asset protection. Well, insurance is one of the ways that you can protect your assets. For those of you guys who are new to the show, I want to let you know exactly who this show is for. This show is for risers and grinders, man. You got to be ready to get up, get out, and get something in today's economy, because if you don't, you won't have nothing, right? If you're the type of person like me, before I lay down to sleep every night, I'm asking myself, what am I going to do tomorrow, next month, next week, next year to make sure my children's children are going to be proud to bear my last name. See, for me, it's all about legacy. It's all about legacy for me, man. I got 1,000-year game plan, y'all. 1,000 years from now, people still going to be erecting monuments and talking about what H Cortez left to this world. He left it in a better place than he found it. Yep. It's all about legacy. If that's you, then this is your show. On the other hand, who is this show not for? The show is not for the eternal bump on the log, man. It's not for that person who's got a problem with money, think money is evil, capitalism is a dirty word, think wealthy people are jerks. If that's you, get off my stream. I have a very low tolerance for negativity and things of that nature. But what you have to understand, though, seriously, if you don't have the right relationship with money, then you will always repel money away from you. If you think wealthy people are jerks, your subconscious mind will never allow you to become that which you despise. I want y'all to hear what I just said. If you think wealthy people are jerks, your subconscious mind will never allow you to become that which you despise. So you might want to rethink that. That might be what's holding you back. So, like I tell you each and every morning, man, I don't have a problem with you not wanting to be wealthy. I only have a problem with you when you have a problem with me wanting to be wealthy. Don't let my aspirations rub you the wrong way. Or is it my aspirations shining a light on your lack of aspirations, causing you to be a little bit of a hater? Don't do that, man. We can all get this thing called money as an issue out of the way, and we can build together. So today, we're talking about the 9 keys to perfect a pleasant personality. Why perfect a pleasant personality? Because we just came out of a study of Napoleon Hill's 31 major causes of failure. And one of those major causes was a negative personality. So we're going to get into 9 keys to perfecting a pleasant personality. But let me see real quick, who do we have on the show? Who's tuning in with us this morning? Let's see. Daryl Little, So Clean, 3D LLC, Mobile Detailing. Love that, bro. Logic Mind. Giovanni says she loves the intro on YouTube. I appreciate that, Giovanni. Rashawn is in the building. Abe Harris, blessings to you as well. Sandra, top of the morning to you, Queen. Type the name of your brand. You know how we do it, Sandra. Let me know. It says, this group is my new morning family. Happy to be with y'all. Yeah, Logics, man. I'm trying to do some things where we can change the way we think. And first thing in the morning, if you change that perspective, change your routine, it could change the rest of your day, the rest of your week, all that good stuff. Says, good morning, leaders from Henry Dorsey's in the building. What is it? Office Huddle Prints.com. High quality printing at low prices. Ray Curtis is in the building. David D. Boy is in the building. Lakeisha Huggins, Country Homes Financial Freedom Academy is also in the building. Who do we have on YouTube, man? Go ahead and type in the chat where you're from, the name of your brand, and let's get it, man. You never know who's on these streams, who's watching replays, who's listening to us on iTunes and Stitcher, who may be looking to connect with some of your brands, guys. And keep in mind, you can download the podcast from iTunes and Stitcher, and you can always catch the replays of the show along with my written commentary at tv.financialhealthmentor.com. So let's talk about these 9 keys. These are coming out of Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. The Minister of Finance is also in the building. Welcome to the show, brother. Man, I just know that I had this thing and had this placeholder in this thing, but maybe I didn't. Hold on. Where's my? Oh, this is my placeholder. All right. So again, Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. If you guys go over to the website, tv.financialhealthmentor.com, if you want to grab a copy of this book, you can do so through my affiliate account. That way, the show earns a few dollars. And this show is listener supported, but I don't ask for donations. I would rather you just provide a good quality service or a good quality product that you can buy, and then I take those profits, and that's how I continue to grow the show. So that's the name of the game for me. Instead of asking for donations, man, let me just help you win with some products or services that you can absolutely use. We'll do it like that. So your personality is the medium by which you will negotiate your way through life. Your personality will demonstrate to a large extent your ability to associate and cooperate with others with a minimum of friction and opposition. Keywords there: minimum of friction and opposition, right? Analyze your personality carefully and courageously. Take inventory and list all personal assets and liabilities. Philosophers teach men and women to know themselves. Self-analysis begins with a positive mental attitude and strict self-discipline based on the sincerity to become a better you. Study the following stepping stones to success, right? Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. If you want to develop a pleasing personality, a pleasant personality, personal economy coach just jumped on, appreciate it. Where you guys at on YouTube, man? Let me know where you from and the name of your business or brand. You never know who wants to partner with you. Number 1, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Even if you do it in love, I'm telling you, man, a lot of times we're criticizing people's dreams. We're criticizing their business. We're criticizing their aspirations, their goals. That's like criticizing somebody's baby, man. You got to be careful with that. It says any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Instead of condemning others, try to understand them, figure out why they do what they do. That's most profitable and intriguing than criticism. And it breeds sympathy, tolerance, and kindness. So many people, man, without knowing it, are really critical, man. And then not only that, sometimes we're criticizing when we have not even been asked our opinion, right? Unsolicited advice is always considered criticism. I want you to remember that. If you are giving someone advice and it's unsolicited, it is always seen as criticism. But if someone asks you, man, tell me your honest opinion, what do you think about this? All right, then you go in because they ask for your honest opinion. But if no one's asked your opinion and you just butt in, hey, I think you should do this, that, and the other, even if you're doing it out of love, it will always be seen as criticism. So be careful. Sit with your arms crossed and your fingers interlocked, and let someone ask you for their opinion before you butt in. Financial Enhancement Academy in the building out of Montgomery. Good morning. H-Town is in the building. Miles Global Prosperity. If you're facing foreclosure, we can help. I love that, Jay Miles. Welcome to the stream this morning. So that's number one. Don't be critical. Be more sympathetic. Number two, show interest in others. We're talking about developing a pleasing personality. I don't care how much you say you love me. If every time you come around, you just criticizing and condemning everything I do, I'm not going to like you, man. I'm not going to like you, right? So you have to be sympathetic and empathetic with others, and try to be more understanding. Number two, show genuine interest in others, man. Right? Says the individual who is not interested in his peers has the greatest difficulties in life and provides the greatest injury to others. It is from this camp that all human failures spring. You can generate more sincere friendship by becoming interested in others than you can by trying to get other people interested in you. The Bible says to make friends, show yourself friendly. To make friends, show yourself friendly. One of the ways that you can start developing a pleasant personality is show a genuine amount of interest in other people, especially first impressions, right? One of my favorite things, I don't have that book up here, but I read a book called The Art of Dealing with People, and it talked about how to make a good first impression. You guys ready? You want to know how to make a good first impression? The best way to make a good first impression is to let people know you're impressed by them. It sounds so elementary, right? Ink and T-shirts, signs, and more. LLC. What's up, family? David Glover in the building. The best way to let people know or to make a good first impression is to let them know you're impressed by them, right? So when you're in networking events and you're introducing yourself to people, or people are being introduced to you, ask people what they're doing and let them know that that's impressive. Oh man, David, man, ink and T-shirt signs and more. You do T-shirt signs and more, man. That's some killer stuff, man. I know that you have a lot invested in your equipment and things of that nature, man. I wish you all the best, man. Anything I can do to help. Make a good first impression by letting people know you're impressed by them and what they do. What we tend to do, though, instead of letting people know we're impressed by them, even if we are, we start trying to one up them. We start trying to compete with them. David inks T-shirt signs and more. Oh, well, I'm Cortez inks T-shirt signs, business cards, and car magnets. Right? We start trying to let them know that we got more going on than they do. No, man. That's the quickest way to let somebody know that you're a jerk and to stay away from you. Right? That's the quickest way to get someone to do an about face and never want to see your face again. But if you let somebody know you're impressed with them right off the top, they'll say, man, that Cortez dude is all right. Right? We're talking about a pleasing personality. And it's important because most of us are business owners here, or we aspire to be business owners. The one thing you got to get about business is all business is relationship business. I don't care what you do in business. I don't care what product you sell. All business is relationship business. So if you can't foster and generate relationships with people quickly and mass, man, you're going to struggle in business and in life. So do not compete, right? Show a genuine interest in others instead of trying to get people to be interested in you. I promise you, If you show an interest in others, those people will be interested in you. All right, 726, guys, it's time for the quote of the day. So let me get to it. Today's quote of the day: you will never be successful in your vision until you truly understand your potential. You will never be successful in your vision until you truly understand your potential. And that's from Dr. Miles Monroe. For those of you who are interested in a series we did on on vision, we actually studied this book right here. Oh, you guys can't see it because but we studied the Principles and Power of Vision by Dr. Miles Monroe. If you want to go to tv.financialhealthmentor.com, the replay of that series is right there as well. But you will never be successful in your vision until you truly understand your potential. And for me, understanding your potential is all about knowing whose you are. I'm the son of the Most High God, which means I can do all things, which means I'm backed by the creator of everything, right? So when you understand your full potential and whose you are, fear should have no place in your heart, right? Doubt should have no place, right? You have to understand whose you are. And when you understand your full potential, then you're not afraid to go after your vision. Today's daily quote of the day is brought to you by Monetize My Life Academy. All things branding and marketing for the solopreneur to 10x their brand and explode their business, right? So if you want to grab a free ebook, Easy Online Incomes, I want you to go to www.monetizemylifeacademy.com, pick up your free ebook. If you need help with your branding, your marketing, if you're trying to understand how to incorporate social media, how to use email marketing, how to use capture pages and lead magnets and all that stuff to build your business, you might need to become a member of Monetize My Life Academy. $40 a month gets you ebooks, video courses, live webinar trainings, everything that you need to grow and explode your business from a branding and marketing standpoint, you can find in Monetize My Life Academy. So back to our 9 keys to a better personality, or to perfect a pleasant personality. Again, one of the 31 causes of failure is a negative personality. We're talking about how to, things that you can put your attention on to make your personality a little bit more pleasing. Number 3, integrity. Live with integrity. Integrity develops a sound and dependable character. It also attracts others who believe in this trait. Practicing integrity provides you with a feeling of self-reliance and self-respect and gives a clear conscience. All things, man, doing with honesty and integrity, and you're going to attract people to you who also are honest and operate in integrity, and that's what you want. You want people around you who are stand-up guys and gals, man. You want people around you who are stand-up guys and gals. Well, guess what? You don't attract those people until you become one. So you attract what you are. I attract people around to me with high character, with high integrity, because that's how I operate. You attract what you are. And if you look at your friends, you look at the people who are constantly walking in and out of your lives, if you look at their character, that is a mirror reflection of who you are, right? And I'm going to say this to my sisters. If you keep attracting deadbeats, men in your life, you're single, and every time you look around, you're in a relationship with someone who just don't, you have to do some internal evaluating, because it's the bait that you're using that determines the fish you attract. If you keep attracting deadbeats, That means there's something going on with the bait that you're using. Something about your aura is not saying that you want the guy that you think you should have. Right? Same thing with the fellas. If you keep attracting gold diggers, then stop using gold digger cologne. Did I say that out loud? I'm just saying. If you keep thinking you're attracting gold diggers, you might be wearing gold digger cologne, right? You might be driving a gold digger car. I'm just saying. You attract who you are. And if you don't like who you're attracting, that means you have to become someone different. Number 4, be flexible. Flexibility is the art of being able to shift gears when necessary in order to fit changing circumstances. Flexibility of personality enables you to meet changing and difficult situations without losing self-control. Flexibility of mind enables you to understand and sympathize with others' point of view. Be flexible, right? Nobody wants to be around a stiff, rigid person. What's up, Tyrone? You ain't chimed in a while, man. Yeah, stop wearing that gold digger cologne, man. If you tired of attracting gold diggers, switch it up. Put the hip hits on the shelf, right? Be flexible. Nobody likes the rigid stick in the mud. Everything's got to be done my way. It's my way or the highway type person. No, you can't build with people like that. And guess what? Builders don't want to be around you like that, right? And we all got certain things that we stand on. We all got certain things that we stand on that we will not compromise. But outside of that, man, be flexible. Right? Again, everything is relationship based, so you can't be so rigid in your thinking, so rigid in your behavior, so rigid in your principles that you're not nimble and you're not willing to sway, to compromise, and to contend and help with others and see other people's point of view. Number 5, tactfulness. Right? Be tactful. This is a good one, and it's funny to me because in this day and age of keeping it 100, people use that as an excuse to break people down, tear them down, and hurt their feelings. People use keeping it 100 as an excuse to break people down, hurt their feelings, talk to them any kind of way. No, man, be tactful. Sometimes it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. Sometimes it ain't what you say, it's who you say it in front of. Huh? It ain't what you say, it's who you say it in front of. The day and time where there was a such thing as pull a brother to the side. Now I'm keeping it 100. I'm just going to tell them straight up. I'm just going to tell them like it is. Nah, man. That's why people don't like you. That's why people hate to see you coming. That's why when you walk into a room, it empties because you busy keeping it 100. Right? You are tactful when you do and say the right thing at the right time. Tactfulness is a way of relating to others without being crude, embarrassing, or threatening to someone else's sensitivity. Keeping it 100, man. I'm just keeping it real. He looked like a clown, so I told him he looked like a clown. Nah, man. That's why don't nobody want to be around you, because you keep it too real. Keeping it 100. So when people see you coming, they exit. Number 6, appropriateness of attire. And this ain't just women. I know we tend to think women when we say, hey, appropriateness of attire. No, it ain't just that. It's men and women. There's a certain way that you should clean up in certain situations, and you have to know that, right? How you dress can also have a significant impact on how others perceive you. The best dressed person usually is the one whose clothes and accessories are so well chosen and whose entire ensemble is so well harmonized that the individual does not attract undue attention. I'm gonna read that one again. I'm gonna read that one again. It's a difference between being real and being real disrespectful. You're right, Danny. It says, please be tactful. Don't be responsible for someone else's pain. Absolutely. Uh, it says the best dressed person usually is the one whose clothes and accessories are so well chosen and whose entire ensemble is so well harmonized that the individual does not attract undue attention. How you dress has a lot to do with how you are perceived. And one's perception is their reality. Now, I will address this to my queens. I want you to understand something. One's perception is their reality. So if you're scantily clad and I perceive you as a skank based on the way you're dressed, that is my reality. In my world, you're a skank. I want you to get that. Now, some ladies and sisters will say, well, this is very tasteful, and just because I like to show my cleavage or just because I like to show my legs, don't make me a skank. The way you're dressed and the way I perceive you based on the way that you're dressed dictates my reality. Your reality is very different. You're saying that's tasteful. I'm saying that not so much. And the way I perceive things is my reality. So because my reality says every lady dressed like this means they're a skank, my approach to you and the way I interact with you says that I believe you a skank. That and the only person who can change my perception is me. Now, if you were dressed a different way, I mean, I see a woman in a business suit, and my reality says this is a woman with class. Now, we know that every woman in a business suit don't have class, but my perception based on her presentation says she's a woman with class, and I deal with her as a woman with class, even though she may be the skank. You guys understand? So what a person perceives is their reality. And changing someone's reality is an inside job. So you have to understand, ladies, that if you are dressed a certain way, based on what that triggers in that person's perception, if they want to run up to you and do something crazy, I'm not saying that any woman deserves that or is calling that to them, right? But it says how you're dressed can sometimes warrant unwanted attention. Unwanted. So we know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but it happens all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Perception is reality for that person. Whoever perceiving, that's their reality. It's not everybody's reality. It is reality for that person. And she said, wow, this ain't funny. This is a very serious topic, double A. You shouldn't be laughing. Says, I was taught that men are more attracted by what they can't see than what they can see. There's a lot of truth to that. Says your conception precedes you. Yeah, I believe that. So you have to really be careful about how you present yourself. And fellas, it's the same way, man. A lot of brothers are walking around with their pants sagging and very intelligent cornrows to the back of their head, but you're being perceived as a thug. Doesn't mean you're a thug, but again, the person looking at you, Their perception of you is their reality. So now you get upset when someone treats you like a thug when you have on a full thug uniform. You have the I am a thug starter kit on, and when someone treats you like a thug, you're upset. Their perception is their reality, right? Now we can get into the fact that they know this is because they teach you how to dress with all the imagery and all that kind of stuff, and that's part of the game, right? But you can't be in full thug regalia and then someone sees you and treats you like a thug and then you get upset, right? You got your Mr. T starter kit on. You got your jersey that hangs down to your knees. You got your hair corn rolled up, even though you're missing this part right here. You got braids down the side. 45 years old. You got sneakers on. You got your pants sagging down below your butt. You look like the spitting image of what the definition of a thug looks like. So if I encounter you in the streets and I see that's what you look like, my reality says everybody who dressed like this is a thug. So now all of my interaction is based on my reality. And now I treat you like a thug and you upset because you're highly intelligent, because you do have a college degree, because you are a business owner. That's not what your presentation says you are. And that's just real. And again, we shouldn't be judging a book by its cover. But we know it happens. We all prejudge, right? So if you're looking like a thug, you know, you get treated like a thug. Sometimes I'm not dressed like a financial health coach. So I can't get mad if I'm not treated as such, but I do have to understand, okay, I'm not looking like a financial health coach, so I'm not perceived that way until we can go into phase two, which is a conversation. Now you can say, oh, okay, he's not dressed like a financial health coach, but I can tell he knows a little bit about money, capitalism, investment, how this stuff works. So now, based on the conversation, but what happens is because the person treated you like a thug, you're pissed off, and now you're responding back to them like a thug instead of like an intelligent person. So now you just compounded what their perception was to begin with. They treated you like a thug, and then all of a sudden you start behaving like a thug. So now you just validated their perception. Is this making sense to anybody? So now I perceived you as a thug, so I treated you like a thug. You didn't act differently. You acted like a thug. Now you validated like, oh, yep. Yeah, my prejudgment was right. He's a thug. It's how stuff goes, man. So your dress and your attire is important. Uh, Number 7, keen sense of humor. Keen sense of humor says the push for a higher goal or a change of position takes extra effort and energy. You must work harder and longer, take more risk, and adjust to change. The same traits that make you an achiever are also the most stressful. Humor helps diffuse the pressure and restore equilibrium. Humor helps you relieve the pressure and restore your equilibrium. So it's one of those things where, yes, I'm trying to climb the corporate ladder. One of these things, yes, I'm trying to explode my business. But if it's all business all the time and you can't crack a smile, it's all business all the time and you don't have an outlet to relieve that stress. You can't laugh with other people. Not at other people, but with other people. You can't let other people can't poke fun at you. You know what I'm saying? So she's a coach, is a comedian in his downtime. You can't let other people poke fun at you and relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's serious. So a good sense of humor is part of having a pleasing personality. A good sense of humor is part of having a pleasing personality. Humor also improves the quality of life and makes the climb to success much more enjoyable. A keen sense of humor sends a good personality a longer distance than it could have traveled with a sorrowful face, right? Yeah, laughter releases negative enzymes. All business is relationship based. Yep, we covered that. So keep a sense of humor while you're on your way to the top, y'all. Right? Keep a sense of humor while you're on your way. You climbing that corporate ladder. Learn how to laugh at your boss's jokes sometimes. Learn how to laugh at you, and that's what Angela's doing. She's laughing at my corny jokes. Learn how to laugh at your boss's jokes sometimes. All right, you guys know what time it is, man. We're a little late with this, but I got to get it in. Today's book excerpt of the day. Today's book excerpt comes from my man Andre Hatchett. Own or Be Owned. Andre Hatchett. Own or Be Owned is the book. This is from a chapter called Overcoming Adversity. It says, you want to be manly, you want to be that dude, you want to be a leader amongst men, be the best overcomer in history. Well, I allowed a previous stuttering problem I had to hold me back and limit me for years. If my brothers or sister were home, I would ask them to call a cab for me to go to work. I would use them to order food. There are at least a few dozen ladies I passed up on dating as a result of my stuttering. There were opportunities I've subconsciously talked my way out of, but I overcame my biggest hurdle. Sometimes I forget that I even used to stutter. I conducted two businesses mainly over the telephone. I've landed accounts for a nationwide service, for nationwide services confidently and boldly talking over the phone, overcoming to the point that when I meet a sister I'm interested in, it's small talk. Then I say, great, give me your number. I'm taking you to dinner on Friday. I have a very high success rate, overcoming. The secret is to take the things that used to hold you back and forget they even exist. There's nothing that will make you feel bolder. This bold energy will take you to the top of whatever you're trying to achieve. People will want to work with you, and sisters will want to date you. Now, this is for the Black Man's Guide to Wealth Creation in America. That's why he's talking about sisters, right? But overcoming, man, having a stuttering problem and then running a business that's based on the telephone. You're talking about overcoming. Some of you guys have heard my story. I'm in a perpetual state of overcoming. Be the best overcomer in history. Anybody willing to admit right now on this stream, I want to help you have a breakthrough right now. Type in the chat one thing that's holding you back. You know it's holding you back. You know you need to overcome it. I'm going to help you have a breakthrough right now. Just type in the chat one thing that you know is holding you back. And this is how you overcome. This is how you have a breakthrough. Be bold. Admit the one thing that's holding you back. Type it in the chat right now. Type it in the chat right now. Be the best overcomer in history. Joy says confidence is holding me back. Tyson said food is holding me back. Tyrone says time is holding me back. Right? Lloyd, procrastination is holding me back. See, this is how you have a breakthrough. The first thing that you have to do is you have to acknowledge. Overthinking, logic says, is holding me back. Time management, Kimberly Poe. Nick says, myself, I'm holding myself back. I just can't get out of my own way, right? See, this is how you have a breakthrough. You first have to acknowledge, right? Let me go back to what we did yesterday, man, just so you guys know. In order to overcome the things that are holding you back, the first thing you do is you acknowledge the problem. Negative self-image, says Alex Jones. Acknowledge the problem. Then you recognize the damage that the problem has caused and use that as motivation. Fear of being great. That's a legitimate fear in Black folks, because at one point, being great will get us killed. That's a legitimate fear, but you have to overcome it. Recognize the damage that this thing that's holding you back is causing. Cameron, your fear of being great, how is that affecting others around you? How is that affecting your community? We might need the great Cameron in the Black community, and you're not willing to overcome this, might be killing us. Right? Recognize the effect that it's having on you. Right? Sandra, you're overthinking. What is that doing to your children, to your family, because you're overanalyzing things, and you could be a lot further along in your mission to build wealth, and that means your family could be a lot. What is that doing? Recognize the damage that it's causing to you and those around you. Then you recognize the things that are triggering that. What are your triggers, right? Overthinking and circle I'm hanging around, right? These are things that could. So stay in focus, says J Miles. Acknowledge the problem. You guys are all acknowledging the problem, so you're going to have breakthroughs in this area. Recognize the damage. Jay, how is that damaging your business? How is that damaging your relationships? How is that damaging your ability to achieve success because you can't stay focused? Recognize the damage it's causing, and then use that as motivation to overcome your challenges with focus. Recognize the things that are triggering you. What's causing you to be distracted? What are the things that are triggering you, right? And then number 4, you have to change. Change your daily routine. Change the books you read. Change the places you go. Change the people you hang around. Change the conversation that you have with yourself. Change the way that you believe about yourself, right? That's how you overcome, man. We studied that yesterday. That's in yesterday's show as we wrapped up our series on we wrapped up our series on the 31 causes of failure. So go to tv.financialhealthmentor.com if you want to check out a replay of yesterday's show, and then you get my written commentary there as well. But patience, overthinking, I appreciate you guys participating. This is going to cause you to have some breakthroughs in these areas. To admit what you're struggling with publicly is a big first step to overcoming. So also books.financialhealthmentor.com if you want to grab this book. It's available on my website. Today's daily book excerpt is brought to you by the Black Real Estate School. Go to blackrealestate.financialhealthmentor.com. If you ever wanted to invest in real estate, I advise you to get yourself a mentor. If you go to blackrealestate.financialhealthmentor.com, you can learn more about Andre's Black Real Estate School, and you can enroll, and he becomes your mentor. Dude bought his first property at 22 and ain't looked back. Right. So dude is great at real estate investing, but also what he's great at is connecting with other investors and other disciplines that he's not versed in. And he brings those people into the academy so they can teach you guys as well. blackrealestate.financialhealthmentor.com. We got a couple more to go, and then I'm going to read you 20 personality traits as well. Number 8, punctuality. Man, there's nothing that says you have a pleasant personality than honoring other people's time. When you're supposed to be there, you're there on time or earlier, right? I love a person who shows up on time or whatever. All right, babe. I love a person who shows up. Time is your most precious tool. John H. Johnson of the Johnson Publishing Empire once told a friend that he regarded every hour of his time to be worth $1,000. Time is worth everything to you, and even more to your associates. the common carelessness and indifference to the value of time is a real life tragedy. When you make other people's time a priority, if you make other people's time a priority, that is a trait of a pleasing personality, right? Roy says communication is one of the things that they struggle with, right? I got you, and that's actually number nine, Royce. So number nine is effective speech. The area in which a neglected education first appears is in self-expression, oral or written, right? The area in which neglected education first appears is in self-expression, either oral or written. It makes little difference how many diplomas or college degrees you may own. If you cannot use words to move an idea from one point to another, your education is incomplete. Not everyone may have the benefit of inherited wealth, but no one need be impoverished in language, nor need anyone be deprived of the distinction that comes from using words with strength and grace. Right? Strength and grace. And one of the things that I do, because my goal is to be a public speaker, my goal is to be a TV personality and maybe a news anchor person as I start building my media empire, is to be able to speak with eloquence. So I read out loud as one of the ways to practice and my oratory skills. Reading out loud can really help you become a better speaker. I consciously think about and I drill myself and I say, can I talk consistently for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute without saying That's something that you have to practice, right? And the other thing about reading out loud is people who write books use words that you don't have in your everyday vernacular. So you have to practice enunciating other words that you don't normally say. It also increases your vocabulary. So reading out loud is a good way if you want to become a more effective communicator. We start reading out loud, right? Everybody should be reading 30, 45 minutes a day anyway. But if you don't, if you read silently, you're not using that time as killing two birds with one stone. You could be becoming a more effective communicator and feeding your head with whatever knowledge that you have that you're reading about. So reading out loud is a good way to impact your speech in a positive way. Yeah, read out loud in the mirror. Take it to the next level. Courtney says in the mirror. All right, 20 traits of a pleasing personality, and then we're done for today. Number one, a positive mental attitude. What you feel about you. There's nothing like being around positive people all the time, man. I just love it. So a positive mental attitude is a trait. So I want you to list how many of these traits do you have. Again, self-analysis. Take an inventory of self, right? Self-evaluating, understanding. Remember, the first step to overcoming is acknowledgement. So see how many of these traits you have, how many you're missing. But if you got all 20, then it says that you have a pleasing personality and people want to be around you. People start gravitating to you, right? Number one, a positive mental attitude. Number two, visible interest in other people. Number three, integrity. Number four, flexibility. Number five, tactfulness. Number six, proper attire. Number seven, sense of humor. Number eight, punctuality. Number nine, effective speech. Number 10, friendly smile. This is so funny, man, because a person will walk up to another person and be like, dang, man, why you frowning? I'm frowning because you frowning. I'm trying to figure out why you frowning, right? You frowned up, so I'm frowned up because I'm thinking you might be getting ready to come at me wrong. right? A friendly smile, control of emotions. Nobody likes to be around people that explode if you say the wrong thing. I'm not trying to be around anybody I got to walk on eggshells around. That's not pleasing. Sincerity of purpose, patience. So number 11 is control of emotions. Number 12, sincerity of purpose. Number 13, patience. Number 14, ability to listen. Listen. You guys know the old saying, you got two ears and one mouth for a reason. You should be listening more than talking. You can't show a genuine interest in other people if you're talking all the time. Because how do you get to know them? It's by listening to them talk. Number 15, respect opinions of others. When others say what's on their mind, do you respect that opinion, or do you start dogging them out, start laughing at, man, that's the funniest stuff, man, that's crazy. No, do you respect that? Oh, I don't agree, but I can see how someone could follow that train of thought. Number 6, humility. Man, nobody likes to be around a pompous, egotistical jerk face. Humility, right? I don't care how successful you are, right? Don't rub it all in my face. Be humble. Number 17, courteous. Number 18, poise. Especially under pressure, man. I like to be around people when things heat up, when things get intense, they can maintain their poise, right? I like to be around people who are slow to anger. People who one little thing, right? And they flying off the handle. Ever been at a restaurant with somebody and the waitress makes one little mistake and now they want to get up and storm out, or they swear this person don't deserve a tip because they made one little mistake? That's a sign of immaturity, man. You determine someone's maturity by the amount, by what it takes to tick them off. See, people who are mature, little things don't tick them off. Little people are ticked off by little things. So, poise. Number 19, hope and ambition for success. Hope and ambition. People who are driven, people who are making moves, people who are striving. Yeah, pleasant personality. And number 20, enthusiasm. How many of these do you have? You guys got 15 out of 20, 16 out of 20, 13 out of 20, 18 out of 20? How many do you have? How many of these are a part of your personality right now? Right? How many are missing? Right? Let me read the list again and then we'll get out of here. Number 1, positive mental attitude. Number 2, I want you to think about how many of these 20 do you have and what's missing. Number 1, positive mental attitude. 2, visible interest in others. 3, integrity. 4, flexibility. 5, tactfulness. 6, proper attire. 7, sense of humor. 8, punctuality. 9, effective speech. 10, friendly smile. 11, control of emotions. 12, sincerity of purpose. 13, patience. 14, ability to listen. 15, respect opinions of others. 16, humility. 17, courteous. 18, poise. 19, hope and ambition for success. 20, enthusiasm. How many do you have on this list? And to what degree do you have them? Right? Some people got patience, but they got a little bit of patience. Right? Some people are courteous, but they're courteous to, it's a short stint of courteousness, right? So really quickly, just another shout out to my sponsors, Black Wealth Movement. If you want to build wealth with me and my team, then it's $35 to start, roughly $50 per month can run your franchise. And we'll teach you how to minimize taxes, eliminate debt, free up the cash you need to start investing, and also how investments work, where to go and get double-digit returns on your money. Black Wealth Movement, text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887. Today's show is also brought to you by Financial Health Insurance. If you do not have insurance right now, you're being irresponsible. Stop it. Go to go to financialhealthinsurance.com and get yourself a quote today. I'll have one of our certified licensed professionals give you a call within the next 24 to 48 hours and just get a quote. Most people don't have insurance because they think they can't afford it. Some people think they can't get insurance because they have some medical issues they can't get covered. That's not true, man. The insurance game has changed dramatically over the last 5 years. So underwriting has eased. So chances are, even if you've had a stroke, even if you had some terminal illnesses and that kind of stuff going on, you can probably still get covered. Talk to somebody about that. Today's show is also brought to you by the Black Real Estate School. Go to blackrealestate.financialhealthmentor.com if you want to get in the real estate game with my brother Andre Hatchett. Dude is solid, good brother. These things that we talked about, these personality traits, he's got them. Good people person and just understands people and wants to help see our community win. And then finally, Monetize My Life Academy was our quote of the day. Go get your free ebook, Easy Online Incomes, when you go to www.monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you want to learn how to make some money online, that is a good book to start with. I'm your man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. Until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve it, each and every one of you. Peace out, y'all.
Niggas hollering fam to the death of me, that's how I feel. In troubled times of these last days, I hope through life that I done took the right pathway. I look around and it might be too late to turn back. And when I see a nigga fall, yo, I learned that, so watch your step. Bullshit'll get you nowhere, and disrespect a nigga shit don't even go there. Keep your third eye open up at all times, and beneficial if you stay away from all crimes. Watch the police, I hope I touch at least one nigga, even if I never make not one figure. So God forgive me for the sins and the lies I told, but ain't no lie, this here is coming from inside my soul. I love this shit. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real weapons being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real weapons being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Walking these deadly grounds when you stride is well known to let the cliff slide. Inside guns that reside at hip side. No time to relax, stay on your toes, cock back and start shooting. Cause these niggas that lost their manners all gassed up and they Putin. Walking around frown, pissed off, dying to kick some shit off. You know the kind bitch niggas that play hard to prove they ain't soft, not giving a fuck about nothing with their chest stuck out. See niggas like that, they get their back blew the fuck out. Ain't making no sense. Who in this world you trying to convince? We need to get shit together, prepare to go the distance. But shit too intense. Besides, we rather come off relentless and leave the block hot before the fence without a conscience. Foolish influence, like play out like a drama suspense. See, and that hip shit make talks to niggas become past tense. It's all evident. We've been catching detriments ever since. Trips on slave ships and ghetto settlements.
A baby in my bitch stomach kicking while time is steady ticking. Plus I only got 2 for the half, a quarter chicken. But niggas ain't showing no love. In fact, I think I want to cut the gap for the way that they acting. Big ballin' and high capping is what you portray, not knowing that any day on your ass I will lay. When my lesson with the West, it consists for the day of ways to convey my indigenous mind play. Nigga, this is a robbery, don't make it.